The weather question of the day. What can the trick-or-treaters expect tomorrow? For a lot of you, it's going to be dry. For some, western Newfoundland, southwestern Newfoundland, Labrador, it is going to be a little on the soggy side. We'll talk about the tricky forecast details after this. Atlantic Edge Credit Union is proud to support the communities and businesses of Newfoundland and Labrador. Buy local, bank local, grow local with Atlantic Edge Credit Union. Visit aecu.ca or stop by one of their 16 branches across the province. All right, so here's the forecast from midday tomorrow. We've got the future rain and snow on there. Yes, I said snow. Cloud cover and temperatures. By midday, not a whole lot going on, although rain is becoming a little widespread in Labrador, some snow in eastern areas of Quebec. As we go through the day tomorrow, the rain becomes more widespread in Labrador into the Gulf and across southern and western Newfoundland. So south coast, west coast, parts of Labrador, going to be a soggy Halloween for the trick-or-treaters. Central eastern Newfoundland, northeast coast, even the Burin Peninsula, I'd advise to get that trick-or-treating done as early as you can, because once we're through 6 o'clock, we're going to see showers increasing, areas of rain increasing, and it's going to get heavy. In fact, by 10 o'clock tomorrow evening, it's going to be pretty nasty in southwestern Newfoundland. Raining heavy and also quite windy. A wreck house wind warning is up for tomorrow afternoon and evening for the Channel Port aux Basques area, but really in the wreck house area, the Cadre Valley, Starlight area. These areas often too see those high wind speeds. And it looks like those winds are going to peak around 8 or 9 p.m. Now, the warning suggests that the winds are going to gust as high as 120, and I think that's accurate. I think the numbers on my chart here are a little too low, but they do show you when they're going to peak. 8, 9 o'clock. After that, those wind speeds will begin to slowly back off. Now, the winds in the wreck house area are not related to Hurricane Melissa. Now a Category 2 storm, winds gusting 205, sustained 165, skyrocketing northeast now, 48 kilometers per hour. Melissa is going to pass west of Bermuda overnight, but notice that forecast cone is quite narrow. That does not show you how far out the tropical storm and hurricane force winds extend, how far out the rain extends. It just shows you where the center is most likely to track. And the center may track over the eastern side of the Avalon Peninsula late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Computer models are very consistent on this. What they're not consistent on is exactly where that center is going to be. And that will be crucial, because as you can see there on your screen, Melissa is still going to have some pretty strong winds with it above hurricane force, which is 120, but it's going to be a post-tropical storm. So the highest wind speeds are going to be on the right-hand side of the storm. West and north get the rain and a little bit of wind. So as long as we remain on the western side of the circulation, we shouldn't see those very high wind speeds. And that's what most computer models suggest. The lines there show you where computer guidance wants to put the center. And sure, there's a couple of lines over the Avalon, but the bulk of them are to the southeast, which means the high winds should stay southeast. This next graphic should illustrate that point really, really well. So there are the wind gusts in association with Melissa. You can see we have the green and the yellow. Those are winds gusting over hurricane force. The blue is tropical storm force, anything essentially under 120. We see winds like that. We may see winds gusting to 100 based on this track, which is not uncommon. It's a little more uncommon this time of year, but it's not super uncommon. I wouldn't expect widespread power outages or widespread damage with winds like that. If we got that wind core offshore with the gust 120, 130, 140, it'd be a different story. That's what we saw with Larry. I don't think we're going to see that based on the forecast, and this computer model has those high winds staying far enough offshore that while it's going to get breezy on the Avalon, and really for most of the island overnight into Saturday, those high winds are going to remain to our east. If that changes, I'll be sure to let you know. I'll be watching this very, very closely. So what does that look like wind gust-wise? Well, here we are tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. As we go through the overnight, those winds are going to ramp up on the Avalon as Melissa Center approaches. By midnight in St. John's, we're gusting 70, Trepassey gusting 83. Don't think we're going to see a storm surge with this, but folks in the southeast coast, southeast Avalon, certainly keep that in mind as a possibility. I'll look into that here after I'm done recording this, I should say. But we are going to see those winds peaking. It looks like between 12 and 3 Saturday morning. Notice in St. John's we're gusting 84, Trapacity gusting 94 at 2 a.m. Saturday. And as quickly as those winds come up, they're only up for a couple hours and they quickly ramp back down. That being said, Saturday looks kind of breezy across the board, across most of Newfoundland and Labrador, as we are going to see another area of low pressure trying to swing its way on through. The wider picture shows us that really well. As we start tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., the only rain we're seeing is in Labrador and across the Maritime provinces. A little bit of a tropical connection to the Maritimes, so parts of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI going to get some much needed rainfall. By midday, though, most of the island is still dry as Melissa is approaching. By 6 p.m., we've got rain ongoing into the Cape Breton Island area. Southern Newfoundland, western Newfoundland, and parts of Labrador and parts of Quebec are seeing some snow. By 10 p.m. tomorrow evening, that's when the heaviest rain is working into the Avalon Peninsula and the Burin Peninsula. We're going to see a 3 to 6 hour period of some heavy rainfall rates. We're going to pick up 20 to 50 millimeters in about 3 or 4 hours on the Avalon Peninsula as Melissa transitions from a hurricane to a post-tropical storm. What does that mean for you? Nothing. What does it mean to a meteorologist? Well, it goes from warm core to cold core. You can ChatGPT or Google that if you want. Saturday morning, we're looking at snow across much of Labrador. Rain or a mix of rain and snow in the lower elevations as the low moves through. That low quickly begins to pull away. That will lead to improving weather on Sunday, but cooler weather on Sunday as well. As Saturday looks like it's going to be on the warmer side of the spectrum. In fact, the long-range mountains may see some wet snow Saturday night into Sunday. Rainfall forecast not looking super impressive, but hey, we'll take any kind of rain we can get. Looks like 20 to 40 millimeters for a good bit of the Avalon from Melissa's remnants and that area of low pressure swinging through. Further west, we're going to see some significant rainfall totals as well, possibly over 30 mils in Stephenville, 25 in Corner Brook, 32 in Deer Lake. St. Anthony, your forecast is for 40 millimeters of rain. Much needed there as well. Into Labrador, we're not talking about rain, although some areas are going to see it. We're talking about snow, mainly in the higher elevations. A few centimeters here or there, certainly a good possibility. 2 to 5 in Churchill Falls and Lab West, first accumulating snow of the season. Higher amounts in the higher terrain, but the lower elevations, not expecting much. Notice the goose egg on the board for Goose Bay, Mary's Harbor, Hopedale, Nain, 1 centimeter for you. So for tonight, 3 to 5 for the overnight lows. For your day tomorrow for Halloween, temperatures 8 to 12 on the island, but cloudier, breezier, and eventually rainier. In Labrador, 5 to 10 for the highs as we look ahead to Saturday on the island, mid-teens. A warm-ish day. The showers are going to be on the go. Looking at 8 degrees cooler on Sunday. Areas of showers, some flurries potentially in the higher elevations of western Newfoundland. And then looking into Labrador, Sunday could be the first day of this cold season with the high below freezing in parts of Lab West. Something to keep in mind. If you're looking for the hourly forecast, your weekend forecast, whatever you're looking for weather-wise, be sure to get my app in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store. If you're watching this on your TV, just take a picture of the QR code there. I'll take you right to it. If you already have it, great. Let me know what you think of it. Drop me a line, drop me a comment, follow me on my socials. Overall, though, I hope you're enjoying it. Have a very good, it's Thursday evening. I think I may do a live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live later this evening. If I do, I'll certainly let you know. If I do, I'll see you then. If not, as always, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Look for my latest updates. Have a great Thursday night.